When I went to the office of this man, he told me, must you travel abroad? When I went back into that car, I remember that the greater one lives inside of me. I was crying leaving the office. But you see, the moment I entered into the car, I heard a voice saying to me, I live in you and you are greater than the man in that office. And suddenly a song came out of me. And when that song came, the strategy of the spirit was introduced. And I heard the voice say, tomorrow travel to Abuja. Abuja is the capital city of my country. And then when I heard that voice, I began to speak in tongues of the Spirit. I was praying with the Spirit. When you speak in tongues of the Spirit, you are praying with the Spirit. But a time is going to come that the Spirit of God will take abode in you. When the Spirit of God takes abode in you, then you are praying in the Spirit. Now, what you are uttering, even you don't understand. It said, the Spirit helpeth your infirmity. What are your infirmities? Your thinking faculties at that point are not enough to strike chords in the Spirit. But you see, the Spirit of God takes over you and you begin to interact from another kind of language. And that is the groaning of the Spirit. And suddenly I heard a song. Touch my body, my soul, my spirit. What started as a cry became a transport system in the spirit. What started as a complaint became a transport system in the spirit, because I decided not to listen to the voice of man. And I heard a voice saying unto me, tomorrow by this time be on your way to Abuja. When I got to Abuja, I went to the headquarters. Remember, the names are already transmitted, and the way they transmit the names is that they will send it via email, and the man in charge will go to the airport and land Abuja. The next morning, I was in that capital city and I went to the headquarters. When I got to the headquarters, this is a place that they can never allow you to enter. You know, in some places where you see military personnel, who are you to go to such places? Even when you enter inside, nobody can answer you. When I got to the gate, behold, the man at the gate is from my village. He said, I know you. How do you know me? And he started speaking my language. When I began to explain what just happened, he held me by hand and brought me inside to the man in charge. Remember, protocol was bypassed. If that man was not at the gate, it means I will speak English. In fact, if I know how to speak French, nobody will listen to me. If I add German, they will not understand. In fact, if I add Aboriginal language, maybe I might add Indian or Fijian language, they will not understand. But you see, somebody was lifted up from the gate, straight to the man in charge. Say, sir, this is what is due unto me. But my name, and he looked, turned it back, said, if this name is not there, nobody will travel out. So you now see that the strategy of the Holy Ghost became the winner. Now the man that was saying, who do you think you are, became powerless because of what? The Holy Ghost. Somebody shout, the Holy Ghost.